Hey, what is going on? Welcome to Beautiful Start Podcast, live here on the YouTube. Um, if this is your first time listening, definitely subscribe, like, comment, share, all that good stuff. So I just wanted to kind of come on and discuss starting over, because I know this is the very beginning of the year. We still in week one of this month, and January to me represents like new beginnings. So it's easy to me. I feel like it's very easy to solidify a plan when starting over. Like, to me, starting over is easy. I know when because I started over so many times in my life. I just feel like every day we get up is a new opportunity to do something different, to do something new, right? Hey, so I've gotten to that, that mindset, if you will, right? But and one particular time in my life, starting over wasn't so easy. I didn't take it as easy. You know what I'm saying? Because what I realized is when I needed to start over, right? I wanted to hold on to a lot of things that didn't help me in starting over. You know what I'm saying? Like, when you doing something new, it's a lot of the old stuff that you got to get rid of, right? To do anything new, to me, I just honestly feel like you have to be in a whole different mindset. You know what I'm saying? To facilitate the change that you want, right? And within that new mindset, right, comes along some actions that you have to do. You feel me? Like, you got to do something different, completely different, Like, if you decide to go to school, right? Um go back to college, even if whatever it is, some people go back and get their GED later in life, right? So it is what it is, right? But just starting school, period. So when you start school, all right, you just don't have like the teachers just teaching you and that's it, right? You have to do other things. You have to like study. You have to do the assignments. You have to do like the presentations, like, or, some certain classes, like when you in school, requires internship or externship, for hands-on experiences, right? So incorporating in all of that into your life, right? You have to, if you want to pass the class. You feel me? So, and doing that, like, especially when you had been used to just bullshitting, you know what I'm saying? Like doing nothing, if you will, like just chilling, watching TV, hanging out, partying and stuff, like doing whatever it is that you want to do. And then now that you are trying to obtain this education for whatever reason, you know what I'm saying, you're obtaining it for, like, some people, go to school because they just want to learn. Other people just go to school because they trying to uh be in a specific profession. You know what I'm saying? It's like that's the doorway to the career that they chose. So, but the main point that I was trying to make when I said people going back to school is that you gotta do these habits. Like, you gotta do other stuff. You gotta study. You gotta do the assignments. Like, it's not just you going there and listening, is you actually participating and taking part in it. Now, if you go to school and you don't do nothing, like, what you're gonna fail, right? So the whole purpose is, to me, like, going to school, like, you going to school, you're gonna do your work and you're gonna pass. You feel what I'm saying? Like, but it is what it is. Like, but it takes those habits, like, and a lot of times people uh they want to start over, but then they don't want to think about the things that, you know, they would have to do in starting over, right? Switching up your habits, the things that you do, you know, the actions that you're taking on a daily basis. You feel what I'm saying? Like the things that you're actually doing to facilitate starting over, you know? Because it's like some people, like, you know, this is the beginning of the year, right? A lot of people go into this new year starting it off like with the New Year's resolutions, like I said, you know, a few weeks ago, and they don't follow through with it, you know. It's not something that they're consistent with, you know. That's why you see this is the best time for like people who own gyms and stuff, right? Because a lot of people sign up around this time, you know what I'm saying, talk about they gonna lose weight, they gonna do all this stuff, but they stay on it for like 3 weeks, 4 weeks, and then they back to, like, you know what I'm saying, they old ways of being. And to be consistent, you have to have that change on a deeper level, you know. You have to have something that's kind of fueling you, you know. I think being able to visualize and to see yourself the way that you want to see yourself, like projecting into your reality, into your experience, and hold it, and allow your actions to help you get into that place eventually, you know. I think people who do, like, you know, for instance, college students and stuff like that, people who graduate students, people who getting a, you know, higher education or whatever, I feel like that stuff is long. Like, you know, that's a long term goal. Like, let me drink some water. My voice is all changing. Hold up. I don't even know why I got these damn headphones on. That's not even, hold on. So I'm live right now, trying to put this piece into this microphone. So now I have the headphones on. Let me drink some more water. Yeah, so it's like with school and everything, that's a long-term goal, and that takes a particular type of focus, you know, because like when you in school and stuff, like especially college and stuff, it's like it's a money thing. Like they you're not making money. You know what I'm saying? You're not making, like, well, some people get like scholarships and you know, different jobs, and you know, they do like work study and stuff like that, depending on the grants and stuff. But it takes a lot of your time and a lot of your energy, and it's like you're gonna get something out of it in the future, like as far as like the money and stuff. Like even getting a college degree and stuff like that, you know, getting a college degree, your master's, PhD, bachelor's, whatever, right? Getting that does not guarantee that you're gonna get a job, right? But you've acquired that educational level, and I feel like with that type of knowledge, you know what I'm saying, like even being consistent, you'll eventually find something, you know what I'm saying, or whatever. But the whole point I was trying to make is like getting a whole degree is not a overnight process. You know, it's something that, you know what I'm saying, you got to go to the classes, do it. You go to the classes, do the assignments, you know, and then, you know, like pass exams, study, you know, you just do what's required pretty much, you know. But you have to set up this thing, like, and generally speaking, when someone is like starting over and what they want to do now is pretty much change up the belief systems that they have, or the things that are going to interfere with the path that they on, that they chose. You know what I'm saying? Like, so those things have to be swapped and changed. You know what I'm saying? Like getting rid of the old and embracing the new. And sometimes that old way of being could leave you stagnated, you know what I'm saying, or stuck. Sometimes, like when you get that feeling or that hunch, like, yo, I want to start over, I want to utilize this time with the new year started off right, make sure I'm doing what it is that I need to do on a consistent basis so that I could see the results that, you know, I want to see or whatever, right? And sometimes that means doing things different. Like you know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, like, you can't do something the same. Like, let's say if you wanted to get up 6 o'clock in the morning every day, or 5 o'clock in the morning every day to start your day, right? So it's like, you can't go to sleep at 4 o'clock and be like, oh, I'm going to be up at 5 o'clock, be up at 6 o'clock. You got to change. You know what I'm saying? You have to go to sleep earlier, you know, to allow your body to get some rest, you know. But if you've been your whole life going to sleep at 4 o'clock in the morning, then you're going to have to switch up the time that you're going to sleep so that you can make sure you are energized to start your day at 5 o'clock or 6 o'clock, you know? And that's the changes that I'm talking about, like in reference to this thing called starting over. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, just like if you say to yourself, like, I don't want to be in a relationship no more. Like, yo, this relationship is dead. I'm not getting what I want from this relationship, you know? And so you in a relationship, right? A lot of people feel like, oh, they in a relationship and then, you know, they still want to be this person's friend, and then they end up, you know, being romantically involved with them, like some intimate joint. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's weird to me. Like, if you break up with somebody, that should be like it, you know, but I get it. Some people, you know, they break up, right? But then they still have, like, then they become like a sneaky link or something like that, which is weird. But, you know, it doesn't make sense to me. Like, if you break up with somebody, it's like, all right, you shouldn't even be utilizing them for, oh, you know, sex or whatever. You know, you shouldn't be utilizing them for that. But hey, people are grown, they do what they want to do, right? But my thing is, like, to me, like, if you break up with somebody and it's over, that should be it. It should be over. Like, you know what I'm saying? You shouldn't even be allowing this person to still have some type of tie with you, some type of attachment. And I feel like, you know, especially when it was like a bad relationship, when it was just nothing but negative experiences. I just honestly feel like, cutting that cord and really, letting go. You know what I'm saying? Some people have a hard time of like letting go of relationships. Like the relationship is physically over, but it's like this mental connection or something that holds you there, to that person. You know what I'm saying? I just feel like, especially when you don't have anything that attaches you to that person, right? Because some people build lives with other people and they have like houses together, children, they have businesses together. Like those are things like, all right, you guys created something, you know what I'm saying? So it's you guys gonna have to communicate, healthy, have a healthy means of communication and stuff like that. But as far as like those relationships where you don't have nothing that's connecting you, you know what I'm saying? It's like, why hold on when you could just completely bounce, be like, you know what I'm saying? Especially if it wasn't a good experience. Like if you was in an abusive relationship with somebody, they teared you down, spoke to you like you wasn't nothing, and you finally able to free yourself from this person, why would you go back? Like, well, what's the point of going back when it's just gonna turn into that? Like, yeah, some people like, oh, well, he ain't hit me in like 3 or 4 years. All right. You know what I'm saying? He ain't hit you in 3 or 4 years, but it's gonna happen again. It's going to happen again. I don't care what nobody say. Like, yo, once a man put his hands on you, he is going to do it again. It's just a matter of when. And that's just how I feel. You know what I'm saying? People could think something totally different, feel however they feel, but I honestly think so. You know what I'm saying? And I think that, people need to be responsible for themselves. Like, yo, you can't be responsible for somebody else's change. You only have to be responsible for your change and your personal growth and what you have to do for yourself, because being safe, being in a safe environment where you could thrive, you know what I'm saying, where you could create a healthy relationship with yourself. And you know what I'm saying, your home is supposed to be like the most peacefulest place in the world. Like if you're not safe anywhere, you should be safe in your home. You should feel safe in your home. You know what I'm saying? Like, but when that's no longer there, when you don't feel safe in your home, when you gotta walk on eggshells, you know what I'm saying, when you gotta pretend to be something that you not around people that you know what I'm saying, you supposedly love and that's supposed to care about you, you know what I'm saying? That's a problem. That is a problem. That's why people are really changing. They're not like these traditional ways of being, traditions, cultures, even religion or even different things that keep people in a state where they are constantly suffering. Like, yo, we're not supposed to be suffering. Like, you know what I'm saying? Especially of your own doing. Because at the end of the day, people don't see these things as choices or, we have choices. It's decisions that needs to be made. Is we have our like some people don't think that they have choices and shit. You know what I'm saying? They don't feel like they have choices. So they are within their limitations that they created, other people created for them. You know what I'm saying? And that's why now you have, we in 2024, and there's still people out there that are in these conditions where they don't feel free, and they are not free. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's weird. It's a weird thing. Like, and that's why, like, guarding your mind, like, our mind is so powerful, man. Like, I'm telling you, like, if someone has your mind, you know, in a lot of relationships, man, like, and within a lot of certain relationships, people are like brainwashed and they don't even realize it. Like, you feel me? It's like, you know, when someone has ultimate control over you and you just following whatever this person says and doing. There's a lot of women out there that's breaking free from those things. But my thing is, when you break free from it, what you don't need to go back. Like, you got to keep, like, a lot of times people have this term of saying, oh, forgive and forget. Nah, you need to remember some things. Even you need to remember the things that hurt. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we don't need to forget, okay? You know, we need to just see it outside of ourselves in a way. Like, you need to not have emotional attachments to it. See, that's that pain right there. Like, it's the pain. Like, the reason why people don't want to have certain thoughts about certain things, right? And because it hurts. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's why, like, thoughts create feelings. They create like a sense of energy or this feeling. That's why, you know, you ever see someone who's just like, they sitting there and they distraught and they crying and they crying and they crying, and it's like nothing's going on now, you know. Listen, you in the mall crying for no, like, you supposed to be shopping, like, buying what you need to buy. You sitting there with all your stuff and just crying and boo-hooing and feeling horrible, you know what I'm saying, over thoughts. You know what I'm saying? Like, we ain't talking about bad news, like, oh yeah, you just found out, you know, one of your loved ones died and you just got to sit down and process it and cry. Nah, people are crying and being like emotionally distraught over things that has happened many moons ago, many years ago. We talking about 10, 15 years ago, like 20 years ago, 30 years ago. You know what I'm saying? People still crying about the things that happened when they was children. You know what I'm saying? People still crying about, you know, people bullying them from the past. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you crying because, oh, somebody was bullying you, you know, when you was in 6th grade, and now you're, you know, you have low self-esteem as a result of it. You know what I'm saying? Now you have social problems and, you know, all this stuff. Now, like, holding on to that. And it's just like, who are these people that they have the power over you to, like, make you feel some type of way about yourself? Nobody should have that much power over you. That's why I'm like, yo, work on the stuff that you need to work on and release it and let it go. You know what I'm saying? Like, some people are able, you know, to do it for themselves, like, you know, get a book, you know, like, as far as self-improvement and personal growth, right? Those are things to, you know, explore on your own and shit like that, right? But if shit is really, you know, if things aren't good, you know, go seek professional help, you know, go get a therapist, you know what I'm saying? Go see a psychiatrist, go, you know, if you feel like, you know, things are really off. Like, I'm not no mental health specialist or no, you know, none of those things. You know, I come on with this platform, it's all about like self-improvement and bettering yourself, right? But when you see like things are like, when you're emotionally messed up, and you need to get stuff right and you can't do it on your own, then yeah, seek professional help. If it's that bad, you feel what I'm saying? If it's that bad, like, yo, you can't even function. That's what I'm saying. Like, but people who are, they just want to change, and they just looking to explore how to improve and self-improve themselves, you know what I'm saying, make themselves better, and like release that old stuff, you know what I'm saying, like releasing those toxic relationships that's like, yo, that's gonna bring you down, because I'm telling you, like, people like to, I don't know, within this culture, is like people are scared to be alone and shit like that. Like, you born alone. What's crazy is you born alone. Like, unless you born with your sibling, your twin, you're part of twins, or triplets, quadruplets. People having a whole bunch of babies. At one time, this woman had like 6 or 8 kids one time. Like, I'm like, girl. That's a lot of kids, yo. Like, yo, my dude. Getting up in the middle of the night with one child was just like, woo, and you have like 6 at a time. Oh, definitely needed a village. You know what I'm saying? Like, you definitely need a support system. Definitely a good positive support system. But yeah, so like with those kind of relationships, right? I think, and I'm not no relationship expert or none of that stuff, but I definitely do know what a toxic relationship, abusive relationship is. And those kind of, when it gets to that point, like a lot of times people just, I don't know, they just don't even want to accept the truth of what it is. You know what I'm saying? Somehow, like, you see all these women out here who have experienced it. Now men is experiencing it too. Like, this is not, it's just, it's a power and control type of thing in a relationship. But when it gets to that point where, your spouse is beating you up and doing all that stuff, you got to really, think about this. Like, some people stay for different reasons. Some people stay, because that's all they know. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, this person, I've been with this person, he's all I know. And a lot of times it be linked to certain beliefs. You know what I'm saying? If you are a part of a religion or organization or a cult, or, a group of people who believe certain things, and sometimes, within religion, they kind of like shun women who be with multiple men. And so they paint this idea like, oh, you have to be with, you get married, you only get married one time, and that's it. But, or, and sometimes different cultures, they arrange marriages and shit like that. So it just depends on, what really, well, how you got in a relationship really doesn't even matter and shit like that, or what's really keeping you in there. But what matters is your realization now. Like, you realize to yourself, like, yo, I don't want to be in this relationship no more. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know, like, some people are in there because this person is taking care of them because of money. You know what I'm saying? Let's keep it a buck. Some of these guys, it probably started off like, yo, this guy taking care of me, he giving me money, he giving me a place to stay or whatever. Then things went left. Or it could be the other way around. Like, there's some dudes out there who in a shelter with they baby moms, or in a shelter with they girlfriend or whatever, or wife. For whatever reason, they in a shelter, they ain't got shit. And and he beating her. So it's not even like, people like to say like, oh yeah, it's a broke man thing, or it's a rich man thing, or whatever. I just honestly feel like sometimes, like, starting over, like, it's kind of fearful in a way in the beginning, you know what I'm saying? But why stay in a situation where you gonna get beat up? Like, when you don't even know what this particular interaction that you having with this guy beating on you, how you know you gonna survive that? You know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta get out of that mindset, you know what I'm saying? Like, of feeling like this guy is the end or be, or like, yo, he everything, you know what I'm saying? You gotta get out, you know what I'm saying? Like, whether you starting over with nothing, you know what I'm saying? With nothing. And I'm it's some people out there, they got properties, they got money and stuff, and they could just be like, yo, they take their money and they bounce, go to a whole nother city, go to a whole nother state, you know? What's a good movie? Sleeping with the Enemy is a good movie, right? You guys to watch. Now, as far as strategically planning and stuff, and I'm not telling you guys out there to fake your death, like, hey, yo, I'm going to fake my death to get over this dude. But I'm just saying, like, as far as, like, this thing of planning, you know what I'm saying? Like, strategically being on some shit, like, yo, I'm not dealing with this, yo. Like, learning the person that you with or whatever. Because whatever keeps people there, like, different things keep people there. Like, I could say all day long, yo, leave the abusive relationship, leave that toxic relationship alone, leave those. You know what I'm saying? When you getting manipulated, yo, where this guy's just messing with your mind, like, yo, you know what I'm saying? There's a lot of sisters, you know what I'm saying? A lot of women who are in a psych walk because of some dude messing with their head. Like, I'm keeping it a buck. I'm just saying. How could you have everything? You have everything going for yourself, like everything. And then how is someone else able to come and, strip you of that? You know what I'm saying? Like, ain't that much love in the world, B? Like, sometimes I think about this thing called love, like, yo, because sometimes people be so in love with just being in love, they kind of lose themselves in it, like, and not rationalize, because once you really figure out somebody played you and you put those pieces together, right, or, you start realizing, like, nah, this doesn't even make any sense, like, you know what I'm saying? Because it's like, you got to be a fool to be with some guy who's just going to bring you down, like, you talking about people who got degrees and shit. Like, we not talking about, like, you know what I'm saying, someone who's just restricted to common sense and streetwise knowledge and shit like that. We talking about across the board, like, people who got degrees upon degrees. We talking about people who are, like, on a professionals. Let's talk about professionals, like people who are in these high-ranking careers, people who probably you see on TV every day, probably, you know what I'm saying, dealing with some being in a relationship that's verbally and physically abusive. Like, you don't know. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, you think it's just like, yo, it's just yo, I'm just dealing with this, this guy, he doesn't want me to do anything, or, if I do go out, he gotta know where I'm at, you know what I'm saying? Like, he put this thing on my phone to track me and stuff. Like, I gotta answer to him when I come in the house. I gotta give him my phone. He taking my money, you know what I'm saying? Or he not letting me work, and he controlling all the finances. He financially, abusing me. Like, all this stuff. Like, There's women out there that's dealing with this type of shit, like day in and day out. So the fact that they think it's normal, like you think that this, like you've been doing it for so long, it has become normal. Like you normalized it. You know what I'm saying? And in your mind, this is what it is. But don't allow that to taint your intuition or with your inner voice like that. You know what I'm saying? When you feel like, yo, this ain't right. Like this ain't how you want to live. Like crying every day. That shit ain't like that shit shouldn't that ain't no normal shit to cry. Like you crying every day. That's not, you know what I'm saying? I'm just saying. It's it's time for the new. The new It's time for that new. That's what it's time for. It's time for a change. It's time for, that new. It's time for us to do something different. It's time for us to do something different. Starting over. Start over. Point blank period. Like, yo. And you have to eliminate fear. Fear of change. Fear of being better. Fear of being something other than what other people thought you should be or want you to be. You know what I'm saying? You gotta let go of that fear of being a power in your life, controlling your life, doing what you want to do as a grown woman, and eliminating those blocks that were created by other people. You know what I'm saying? That you allow to have that type of influence in your life. Because people be talking. People could sell you a dream all day long, right? You know what I'm saying? We women, when a guy at this particular point in your life, right? Well, I don't know how old you guys are. I'm 40, I'm not ashamed of being 40. You know what I'm saying? I'm not ashamed of being older. You feel me? Some people just out there, they be like ashamed of being old. And it's just like, for what? Like, as long as you alive, you going to get older. And why not be older and get wise with time? Like, I see a lot of older women who just getting, dumb about a minute. Like, it's crazy, son. Like, I'm telling you, when I think about an older woman than me, I when I was younger, I used to always feel like, older people knew it. Like, they had it all together. But now that I'm grown, I'm starting to realize, like, a lot of them, they have nothing together. Nothing together. And I'm not even talking about finances. Like, you know what I'm saying? Anybody could go out there and get a job and work and make your money. Like, that shit is light. Like, you feel what I'm saying? Like, there's some people out there like just boiling, working like a little 9 to 5. And I mean, people out there making some great income at the same time as people out there that's struggling and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. But I just feel like, when you get older, you gotta you gotta get wiser, be with it. You gotta get wiser with it. Like, learn something different. You know what I'm saying? Like, not really. I'm people are who they are. People personalities. People are who they are. Let's put it like that. You know what I'm saying? People are who they are. That's why I feel like accepting people for who they are. Like, whenever I have like friends and family, right? You accept your friends and family for who they are. You know what I'm saying? Like, with my friends, I just feel like I'm not going to try to make them into something else. You know what I'm saying? I accept my friends for who they are. And I feel like if you didn't accept something, you wouldn't be around it or tolerate, around it or whatever. Or maybe not, you know what I'm saying? Like, people are dealing with so much stuff. Some people are vocal about the things that they're going through, venting, like getting it out. While other people, they're not going to tell you what they're going through. They're going to hold that shit in, or they're going to release it in another way. That's why there are therapists out there. There are people who you could go to and talk to. Like, because I just feel like if you got a therapist, you know what I'm saying, you go to your therapist, you tell them all this stuff, right? What the hell you need to go talk to your friends about what you did in that therapy session? Like, to me, that kind of defeats the whole purpose. You know what I'm saying? The purpose is for you to work through whatever you need to work through, come up with some type of plan or whatever. However, a therapist, whatever kind of therapy people are doing or whatever. But my thing is getting wiser. You know what I'm saying? Like, just being able to be like, yo, last year I was in this particular position in my life, and this year, I worked through it, or like, I got past that. Like, being able to connect certain dots and stuff like within your life, and also like tapping into your own intuition. Like, it took me forever to really tap into my intuition. I was like, a lot, back in the days or whatever. Back in the days when I was young, I'm not a kid anymore. But some days I sit and wish I was a kid again. I don't know why that song popped in my head, but it did. But anywho, so like when I was younger or whatever, certain like, belief systems that I had, or certain things that used to drive certain behaviors that I wasn't really aware about until I allowed myself to become aware of it. You know what I'm saying? And realize how that was keeping me stuck, or keeping me in a position that I didn't want to be in no more. You know what I'm saying? It was like I had to break down those limitations that I had placed on myself from like having these experiences with people, or regular life experiences. You know what I'm saying? Like, as far as relationship wise, or it could be the career that I chose to go into as well. But what really opened my mind to different things is, I would say, like reading, and also spending time with myself, doing meditations, and those things. But at a particular point in my life, I just said to myself, like, yo, I don't want to be in this same position, like having these same damn experiences. You know what I'm saying? That type of stuff get like depressive. You know what I'm saying? Like, going through the same things, dealing with the same type of men, all the drama, the chaos, you know what I'm saying? All this BS gossiping, just, you know what I'm saying? Not really going anywhere, not really seeing a change that I wanted to see. So I had to really get strict on myself, you know what I'm saying? Like, as far as with the things that I was doing, I had to really apply like discipline in my life, and to solidify, like, the starting over thing, like change, So I had to really go deep and make it happen, because when you get a certain age, you don't want to be like dealing with shit that you dealt with in your 20s, like that shit is just like, yo, I'm telling you, it's just like, that is a freaking Debbie Downer, B. You know what I'm saying? It is a Debbie Downer, but at the end of the day, that's why I like start over, B. Like, starting over. Like, I'm not gonna sit back and be like, oh, you in your 50s or you in your 60s, you can't start over. You can't. Yeah, start over. You know what I'm saying? Start over. And you know what I'm saying? Starting with your habits. Because sometimes our habits are not, beneficial. You feel what I'm saying? It's not beneficial for certain things. Like, let's say if you the type of person like, yo, you never read no books, and you saying like, yo, to yourself, like, oh, I want to at least read, a few. Hold on. I want to at least read like a few books, for the year to, improve on my reading skills or whatever, you know. Or you could be reading to gain some information on how to do something. Whatever, the book that you choose to read, you could like make sure that you do it. You know what I'm saying? Rather than, wasting your time doing something that's not gonna, benefit you, or maybe doing something else or whatever. But just, getting some new information and in your mind or whatever. You feel me? That's always important. To learn something new. And this book that I'm going to give to you guys it's called The Power of Your Subconscious Mind by Joseph Murphy. It's definitely a great book on the subconscious mind, because a lot of times, a lot of the things that we're doing is like is from the subconscious mind. Like, the subconscious mind is really controlling everything, and to ultimately have some type of change, you have to change your mind, like the deeper part of your mind. You know what I'm saying? You have to program your subconscious mind to do what it is that you need to do. You know what I'm saying? Because right now it's like how we're acting is based off of how like we're wired to act and be. And so like you have to change that. And that's a good book. I told you guys I wanted to start giving out, some of the books that I've read out. Also, like, I've been giving out, books and stuff like that. But on my website, you go to www.beautifulstartpodcast.com, and I have a group, Get Back to Me, Get Back to Life. It's a monthly group. And so, within that group, I give out, a plethora. I'm trying to use that word. It sounds crazy, the pronunciation. But I give out a whole bunch of abundance of books and, different information. So within that group, this group is for women from different parts of the world who are all about building their own lives the way they see fit, and who are moving beyond any challenges, people's circumstances in the past, right? So it's a positive group. It's all about building up yourself, like building up your life the way you see fit, because it's your life. You know what I'm saying? Who could really tell you how to live your life? You know what I'm saying? People could give you suggestions or tell you things about, what they experience or what they have come to know. Like, just like, I gave you guys some examples tonight, in reference to, like, relationships. Like, I could talk about domestic violence because I was a domestic violence survivor, because that chapter of my life, that joint is over and done. You feel me? But what I've learned, I wanted to, like, kind of share. You know what I'm saying? Because it's no difference. It's really no difference. I'm telling you, like, an abusive relationship is abusive relationship, however you put it. I feel like being in a relationship with somebody who wants to control every aspect of your life, like, that's not love. You know what I'm saying? Because you're going to be with the person that you're going to be with. So it's like, why why should I have to control something that wants to be with me? Like, you know what I'm saying? It's just like, it doesn't make sense. Like, that stuff don't make sense. Anyway, so with this group, it is open. You can sign up. Go to the website, www.beautifulstarpodcast.com. You go there, you sign up, email, name, and then you have the option. You can either have full access to the monthly group, or you could be a part of one group meeting, depending is what you want. Right? Some people want to go head in off first, and they be like, yo, I want to be a part of this group for the whole month, and that's what I want. Or you say to yourself, like, oh, I just want to get my feet wet, see what all this is about. You feel me? And you just pick what you want, and then everything will be sent to you via email about how you should proceed. It is a paid group. I'm not going to say how much it is on here, because the group prices varies, to be honest with you. But whatever you see now, whatever you click now, is what it is. This group is on Tuesdays at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, because, I'm on the East Coast. So if you live in a different time zone and would like to be a part of this group, then use a time zone converter to convert the time to 8 p.m. to find out, what it would be in your state or country during this time. Okay? So that's what you have to, figure out, because we meet Tuesday, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Once you sign up, you make your payment, right? You'll be getting the information sent to you, like, as far as when will the live be, the virtual, and it will be sent to your email. Now, also, while I'm on this topic of my website, www.beautifulstarpodcast.com. Also, you could book with me, Antoinette. You go to the book a session. And in the future, what I can do is, so I could show you my website. Man, listen, I could do that now, because I'm actually using a web thing. I said a web thing. Whatever this program is that I'm using to stream this joint, whatever. Anywho, that's technical stuff. Anywho, you go to my website, www.beautifulstarpodcast.com, and then you hit the book a session, and then you book with me, Antoinette, and I offer these services. I do offer coaching sessions, right? And the coaching sessions are 30 minutes. Yes, it's paid. It's a paid service. So I'm not, like I said, I'm not going to go over any of the prices. You go to the website and you see the price, because the prices will change. So I do offer a coaching session. And And this coaching is just basically, to assist with self-improvement. So that's the coaching sessions that I do get, that I'm offering. That's what I meant to say. So within these, the coaching session is assistance with self-improvement. It's a self-improvement coaching session is to help you get to where you wish to be, help you set up a plan that will aid you to reach your fullest potential in life, get you started, and help with working on the objectives that you set out for yourself, and hold you accountable for creating the life that you want, right? So I do offer the coaching sessions, and then I offer vent sessions as well. It's self-explanatory, a vent session, So with the vent sessions, I offer 30 minutes and 45 minutes for those vent sessions. Self-explanatory, Then I do offer a combined session. A combined session is just a coaching session and event session together, and that's 55 minutes that I offer that. And then you have like the last one is a colloquy session. It's something new. It's unique and positive. It's a chat and chill type of conversation that could be on any subject matter, whether serious or trivial. I only do that for 30 minutes. So those are the things that, you could book with me. 24 hours a day, you could go to the website, and book a session or join a group. And this last one, Meaningful Meditation, is absolutely free for anyone to sign up. If you are interested in meditation, definitely go to the website www.beautifulstartpodcast and sign up. The Meaningful Meditation is absolutely free. It's free for anyone to sign up, and it's done once a month, and it's a 30-minute session. And yeah, it's a meditation group pretty much, but you have to go to the website. You have to sign up, and this meditation live virtual meeting will always be on a Wednesday at 11:59 p.m. But the thing is, you have to sign up so you can know which Wednesday it is for. So that's the thing. You have to find out, what it is, what time that would be if you live in a different country or state. You know what I'm saying? Because it is Eastern Standard Time. So that kind of applies from what I was saying about the group, Tuesdays, 8 p.m. that we meet up. So if you live in a different time zone, you have to find a time zone converter and convert your time so that you can know what time it is where you at when I'm having a meaningful meditation, you know what I'm saying? Or when I'm having a group, whatever one you decide to sign up for. But definitely sign up. I would say out of everything else that out of everything, I want you guys to definitely sign up for this meaningful meditation. Definitely sign up for this meaningful meditation, especially like this one right here is like, it's helping you to train your mind and help you get like, because sometimes like our mind be all over the place, and sometimes it's like we have to quiet our mind, and meditation helps with that. You know what I'm saying? Helps with clearing the mind. At first it's like, you gotta train your mind to do it, but at the end of the day, it's worth it. So definitely sign up for that. At any time you can sign up for it. It's absolutely, website is always on and popping. So definitely go to the website and sign up, because it's on and popping. Yeah, so yeah, definitely do that so that you can know when we having a meditation. Even if I'm not going live on this channel, but for the most part, I'm going to be here live for the rest of the month. I am going to be here live every Wednesday at 9 p.m. So definitely tune in for that. If this is your first time listening to Beautiful Start Podcast live here on the YouTube channel, I'm going to need you to subscribe, to like, to share, and definitely comment on how you felt about tonight's show, or did you start over? Are you starting over? Whatever you want to comment below. Okay, please feel free to comment below, but definitely come to www.beautifulstarpodcast.com. This is an invitation. Come to the website, and also you can listen to the other episodes that I do have on a podcast that are not on YouTube. So I know a lot of times people feel like, with people who got podcasts, whatever they post on the YouTube channel is pretty much what the podcast episode is. Not like, you go to my website, there's exclusive episodes on there, and I'm giving out information, like literally information that you could really apply to your life and see a difference. You know what I'm saying? It's information. So definitely I invite you guys over to the website to listen to the new episodes. So 2024 is definitely going to be a year of breakthrough, a year of growth, a year of prosperity. It's a lot of great things. I just feel like there's a lot of great things that are taking place. I feel it, like, you know what I'm saying? I feel it. I feel that positivity, you know what I'm saying? I see a lot of, women that's walking into their purpose, that's living their life totally free of the BS, you know what I'm saying? Happy in their own skin, loving themselves 100% and not caring about what anybody else got to say about you. That, you know what I'm saying? That's what people kind of like, they be messing up at, you know what I'm saying? They so worried about what somebody else got to say that don't even pay their bills. Like, yo, how can someone else have that much power in your life that, they don't do nothing for you, not a damn thing, but then you want to value their opinion, like their opinion matters. You know what I'm saying? Opinions are like asses. Everyone got one. You know what I'm saying? And everybody should not have that much power in your life or authority in your life to tell you how you should live or what you should be doing. You know what I'm saying? Or people like see now what people like to do is they like to do like the scare tactics. That's why, like, on the internet, when you're on the internet a lot, you know what I'm saying, you start to see people like to do things that trigger other people. That's why people be getting so emotionally riled up, because they saw a video. Like, I seen somebody visibly mad, shaking and crying over a video what somebody said. It's like, who are these people? Like, you know what I'm saying? Because when I cut off my phone or my internet, those people don't exist. So it's like, if you choose to sit online all day long and watch 10-second videos of people's opinions you wasting your time. You could have been utilizing, you could have been doing something in your own life, you know what I'm saying, that could have been progressing you to the next level of spending time with those who really matter than to watch a damn 10-second video and, allow that shit to control your whole life. Like, for what? You getting mad over something that's not even, that doesn't even matter. Like, you feel me? You said crying like, oh, this person said, if a person have multiple kids by multiple baby daddies, they can't progress in life, and they nothing. Like, girl, if you have a whole bunch of kids by different men, that's your business. Okay, as long as you taking care of your kids, you feeding your kids, you clothing your kids, you know what I'm saying? You teaching them the right things in life, and you're a great mother. That's all that matters. Who cares about what somebody else think about you and your damn kids? Who cares what someone else thinks? Long as you the greatest mother that you could possibly be, that's all that matters. Like, people always going to have certain things to say about people. Who cares? You know what I'm saying? Just like people like to, down other people that don't have it right now. You know what I'm saying? Who are financially not where they want to be in life. All right, you're not financially where you want to be in life at this particular time. That don't mean that you're going to be in that space forever. That's why when you are in it, like when you are in a place like that, focusing your energy on something else. You know what I'm saying? That's going to better you, rather than focusing your energy on things that's just going to take away. You know what I'm saying? Things that's just like, is not, you know what I'm saying, given to your livelihood. That's not helping you. Because it's like, that's why, like, when I see certain women, like, they not in a relationship and now they want to focus all their energy on, oh, when's my man coming? I'm 40 years old and I never got married. I never had kids. And, when is this guy coming? And, I feel so alone and just all this stuff. Like, girl, if he ain't there, he ain't there. Focus your energy on something else. Become a plant mom. Get you some plants. You know what I'm saying? You wanna, you know what I'm saying? Nurture somebody. Get you some plants. You know what I'm saying? If you live in a house, even better. Go in your backyard and create a garden or something. You know what I'm saying? Read a book or something, or learn to, like, focus on being in a great relationship, with a great healthy relationship with yourself. Like, the men are there. Like, they everywhere. The men are everywhere, B. And now, you know what I'm saying, people enter, you know what I'm saying, men and women are everywhere. Like, to me, you don't have to go out there and chase nothing. Like, you know what I'm saying? Let the shit come to you. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of women out there that went out there and chasing things. And then they ended up in an effed up ass position, running behind something, feeling like, oh, the grass is greener on the other side. Like, yo, work with what you have. You know what I'm saying? Like, especially if you've been in so many failed relationships, work on yourself. Be in a relationship with yourself. Don't let nobody make you feel fearful of that shit. And then a lot of times people like, oh, well, I haven't had kids in my time. Like, yo, you ain't missing out on nothing. I promise you, B. I promise you ain't missing out on nothing. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of children, people, adoption is an option. You know what I'm saying? You could get foster children. Like, you know what I'm saying? If you're not getting pregnant, there's a reason. Like, everybody like to sit back. Like, there's a reason why things happen the way they happen. Like, yo, I know that sounds like a cliche and stuff, but like, trying to force something that just ain't naturally happening, you should look at that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Some people don't look at that. Like, later in life, you get the answers. Like, I've learned that. Like, I remember, earlier on, it was a lot of things that I wanted to do, or I wanted to happen that wasn't happening. You know what I'm saying? And now I could look back on it and be like, oh, that didn't happen because I had to learn this, or I had to go through this, or I sit back and I'd be like, oh, I'm glad that didn't happen. You know what I'm saying? Because then I would have been like, struggling and shit. You know what I'm saying? And then sometimes you sit back and be like, oh, well, that's why that didn't happen. You know what I'm saying? That's why, that relationship didn't happen. That's why I didn't get this out of this, because this person was this way, or, you didn't get a certain job opportunity. Like, oh, I didn't get this job opportunity or whatever. But I'm kind of glad I didn't get that job that I always wanted, because this other job came through, or it allowed me to focus on my business. Like, don't question why shit ain't really happening, because I feel like things happen the way they supposed to happen. Like, we on our personal journey, right? But it's some things that you do have control over, and some things that you don't have control over. You know what I'm saying? We can't go back. Like, the past done happened. We can't change our past. You know what I'm saying? That shit is written in stone. Like, you could change the way you view it. You know what I'm saying? You could detach your feelings from it. You know what I'm saying? That's why there's a lot of people out there. It doesn't even matter how good you get, and other people are. Some people are. Some people, they don't really care about that shit. You go around these people, or whoever you go around, and they want to bring up the time when you wasn't doing so good. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh yeah, well, I remember when you was crazy and you was in a mental hospital. I remember that. You know what I'm saying? But you don't see me, you know what I'm saying, with my new car and my house, you know what I'm saying, and having a thriving business and in a healthy relationship. You don't see that shit though. And it's right here. You don't see that shit. But yeah, you remember that one time I smoked some bad weed and ended up in a mental institution, and then now that's the whole story for the whole that's my life story, huh? You know what I'm saying? Like, shit like that. You know what I'm saying? People like, well, yeah, although you thriving, you know what I'm saying, you thriving now, you could take care of yourself. You don't have to have any handouts. But people want to be like, oh yeah, well, I remember when you was homeless and you was sleeping on the trains. Yeah, I remember that. I remember when you didn't have no place to stay and you was begging people for places to stay and you used to sleep on a roof. Yeah, you remember that, but you don't see me with my own house now. You don't see me. Yeah, I got a studio apartment now. You know what I'm saying? And I'm in school and I'm working. You don't see that shit, but you know what I'm saying? It's just like, people will always try to, bring up your past for malicious reasons. You know what I'm saying? Or maybe not. Maybe they just want to be on some like, oh shit, you come from here to there, like, But sometimes it's not received like that. You know what I'm saying? It's however you perceive that shit. Like, people won't see your successes. Like, oh yeah, I remember when you was on crack. You know what I'm saying? Doing drugs, doing bad. You know what I'm saying? Selling everything in your mom's house type shit. But they don't want to see that you moved beyond that. And you've been drug free for like 25 years. You feel me? 25 years you've been drug free and living your life differently, and holding yourself to a certain type of standards and really pushing through, right? Because when you solidify starting your life over and changing yourself, right, that aspect of yourself that used to be in that life, or you was in whatever lifestyle, you know what I'm saying, like you trying to get over or whatever, right? That shit don't go nowhere. Like, those temptations and shit, that shit, you know what I'm saying? Like, niggas is tempted every day. Like, you tempted with whatever. Like, you say, I guarantee, right? You say to yourself, like, yo, I'm gonna go on a diet. I'm not eating. Some people you gotta eat when you're on a diet, right? Some people like, yo, I'm not eating all day long. I'm not eating. And then after 5 o'clock I'm gonna eat. You know what I'm saying? Or yeah, I'm gonna eat in the daytime, but at the 5 p.m., at the 6 p.m., I'm not eating. Like, you know what I'm saying? You say to yourself, like, oh, well, I'm gonna be on a slim fast diet. I'm gonna drink 2 of these a day. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna replace my breakfast food with this, what is it called? Like a little milkshake in a can. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna drink this in the morning, and I'm gonna drink this for lunch. You feel me? And then I'm gonna have me a dinner. You know, back in the days, they had, well, Slim Fast is still there, I believe, but, they say all that, y'all, then I'm going to eat a dinner or whatever, right? But that whole day long, you know what I'm saying? Your mind, like, everything just stands out. You just start craving shit, like, you know what I'm saying? You start be like, yo, well, I could go to McDonald's. How about I go to McDonald's, get me, a number two, get me something from the dollar menu, give me a cheeseburger, some fries, some nuggets, all day long. Like, you thinking about food, it's like your mind is playing with you. Like, you say you want to, eat healthy and stuff like that, but then your mind is like, yo, here you go, it's on the platter, you got money, go to McDonald's, go to you know what I'm saying, a Chinese buffet, you know what I'm saying. Then all of a sudden people want to be calling you that haven't even called you in like 10 years. You ain't speak to these people in forever. Like, oh, you want to hang out, let's go out to eat, let's go to Red Lobster. Like, people want to start asking you to do shit that involves eating when you know that, what I'm saying, you're supposed to be on some type of diet, or you are restricting yourself to certain foods. And that's an aspect of your own mind, an aspect of yourself that's trying to get you to go against what it is that you said that you was going to do. You know what I'm saying? So that's why you have to be able to recognize this and be strict on yourself, or you know what I'm saying, with the things that you say you want. That's if you, whatever it is that you want, you know what I'm saying. But you have to be able to, like, eliminate that aspect that's trying to sabotage yourself and your goals that you are working towards or whatever. You gotta, like, eliminate that, eliminate it for all cause, like, getting rid of that and just recognizing, like, oh yeah, you just here to knock me off of my box. You gotta recognize that. But it will happen. It definitely will happen. But you gotta be strong and hold yourself accountable for it. That's why it's kind of difficult at first, but it's definitely doable, I would say. So, let me leave you guys with some things that you could start off the new year with, right? I think I did this probably 2 weeks ago, maybe. I'm not too sure, but hey, it's nothing like repetition, you know what I'm saying? Because in order to really change your mind, you gotta have a repetition thing going on. You know what I'm saying? Like, in order to change a habit, you gotta replace that habit with something, and then constantly be consistent with it. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you say, yo, I'm not messing with this dude no more, then don't answer his calls. You know what I'm saying? Like, or block him. You know what I'm saying? Or turn your phone off. Like, why your phone have a do not disturb button on it? Like, why you have all these things that you could utilize to eliminate certain things? Like, yo, I went like a whole month with my phone on do not disturb. Like, I'm like, listen, I don't want to talk to nobody. You know what I'm saying? Like, what we talking about? Because people ain't talking about nothing. Like, when I realized that, yo, you talking on the phone, and people ain't telling you nothing. Like, nothing. You know what I'm saying? People have different conversations with different people depending on, like, and I just feel like I'm trying to have a great conversation, something of substance. You know what I'm saying? Like, what we talking about here? Like, what's going on? But anyway, so the one thing, so I'm gonna give you guys 5 things that you could do to start over. Right, let's start the new year off, right? Is create 3 top goals that you are willing to work towards. It could be something like a career goals, if you no longer want to be in a certain profession. You know what I'm saying? Or it could be, in reference to, personal goals or anything, like whatever it is that you want to do, you gotta create it. Like, if you say to yourself, oh, I want to spend more time with my family, I want to go on more vacations with my family, I want to make sure my home is good, cleaning up my home. Like, I know some people out there who got habits with the cleaning. Like, cleaning is something I work on all the time. Like, because when I don't feel like doing shit, I don't feel like doing nothing. Like, I'm like, what I'm saying, I can do that laundry later. But that's something that I don't want to say I struggle with, but something I have to be on top of. But you create, your top goals that you want to work towards this year. Your 3 top goals. If you have more goals, that's something that you could do. And also, I wanted to give a book on that. I should have had the book down, but let me see. Some books on your goals that you could work on. I'm trying to find it because I want to give you guys the exact name of the book. So, is this book right here. It's called Breakthrough Goals, A Complete System for Setting and Achieving Your Goals. And it's by A.K. Spencer. That's a book that you guys can get. And you can get on Amazon too. So that's a book on like breaking through your goals. If you guys need more assistance with that, that's a great book that you could utilize as as one of the books, because there's a whole bunch of books, but that's a reference book that you guys could definitely utilize. It's a great book. He breaks down everything in reference to goals, action plans, how to get it done, straight up and down, right? That's a book that you guys could utilize. If it's not, definitely you could go to Amazon and get a book on goals. But that's basically a book that I wanted to give you guys, something that you guys could definitely utilize with your goals. So it's called Breakthrough Goals, A Complete System for Setting and Achieving Your Goals, and it's by A.K. Spencer. So that's a great book that you guys could utilize with completing your goals, like setting and achieving it, because it's not so much of saying whatever it is that you want. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, you could write down, you could buy a whole bunch of calendars, journals, all these things, sit down, make your little journal look all nice, write out your top goals. But if you're not even pursuing it or using any type of action and all that stuff, then it's useless. You know what I'm saying? It's useless. All that stuff is useless if you're not gonna be on, being active and whatever in your journey in life. You know what I'm saying? Even this information is free on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people, come to me. I mean, you could come to me for a coaching session or whatever, and I could, assist with your self-improvement, help with that. But at the end of the day, you have to do the work. Like, you have to do the work. You know what I'm saying? You have to do the work. A lot of times people think that having a coaching session with me is going to like somehow miraculously, change their lives, and they have come. But no, at the end of the day, you have to, solidify your own journey and put in the work that you need to put in on your journey, and do what it is that you have to do to get to where you want to go. You know what I'm saying? But all this information is out there. It definitely is. And that's a book that you guys could definitely utilize. And also, number 2 is like, you could take a break from unimportant things like social media if it's not linked to your income. I understand people have to be on social media because they have a business, jobs that cause them to post, but why be on social media 24 hours a day, 12 hours a day if you're not making any money or it's not changing your life? Like, sometimes we have to take some of these breaks, you know what I'm saying, and utilizing what we actually are putting into, our mind, because you have control over what you post, but you don't really have control over what somebody else is posting. And I seen literally people get on social media and then they have a damn attitude afterwards because they get so like offended by what somebody else posts. And it's like, why are you so worried about what somebody else is posting, or why are you so worried about what somebody else is doing? Like, especially when things aren't going right in your life, like, you know what I'm saying? I feel like, taking much needed breaks to focus on creating your life and doing what it is that you need to do. You feel what I'm saying? I'm because some people, you could get lost in the source. You know what I'm saying? Like, you on this social media shit, like hours a day and shit, and not getting nothing done. You know what I'm saying? Some people be on social media and their house look crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like, really, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you ever seen hoarders? Like, yo, people houses be looking like that, son. Like, that shit be looking crazy. Like, just trash everywhere, yo. Like, just useless. Like, and they just sitting there on their phone scrolling. You know what I'm saying? It's just like numbing them to their reality. Like, yo, I gotta do X, Y, and Z. You know what I'm saying? Think about this. Christmas is over. You know what I'm saying? That shit is over. And a lot of times people like to wait to, the New Year's to throw out their Christmas stuff, right? But let's see when, when, what's it called? What's this holiday that's coming up? Valentine's Day come around, how many people still got their Christmas decorations up? Or, you know what I'm saying, you be driving by houses, you're like, why you still got Christmas decorations in your lawn? You know what I'm saying? It's almost Easter. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, yo, take it down, B. I remember it was like the summertime, be like, and I was like working and stuff, and I seen this, I seen somebody had their door decorated in Christmas, like how people decorate their door for Christmas or whatever. And I'm just like, why she still got her, or he, or whoever, live there, why they still got their Christmas decorations up on their door? Like, what's going on with that? Is this person like in a hospital, like, and they ain't have nobody take it down, or this person's just like just too busy with things, you know what I'm saying? Because the whole purpose of, like, it's some people out there, they celebrate holidays and they don't. That's a personal, a personal preference, you know what I'm saying? It's based off of, the things that you believe in or whatever like that. So boom. But my thing is, you gotta take this stuff down, B. Like, like with people, to me, I feel like with people who celebrate holidays or celebrate, why am I stuttering? Celebrates holidays or do things like, traditional stuff, or like with culture, you know what I'm saying? It's like it helps you to move forward, you know what I'm saying? Because it's like you're actively doing something, right? Because that's why I'm like, with the Christmas decorations, a lot of people do their Christmas decorations out by now, right? And they focusing on different ways of decorating their home in reference to like the seasons, so like Easter's coming up, so people are definitely going to be doing like the whole Easter thing, like whether it's like the religious aspect, or maybe it's just like, oh, we're doing this, having like egg hunts and the nice view. Like when I was young, we used to go to like, I wasn't like raised in a church or whatever, but my mom's was like, it's from the South, and I feel like that culture, like even though we wasn't raised, but like certain times of the year we'll go to like do different things. Like Easter was like a big thing growing up. It's like you go to church on Easter, you put on like your fly outfit, and then you like go hang out with your friends and stuff like that. And for the kids, it's like they set up, like they give you like the egg basket, the Easter baskets with all this like candy and different stuff in it, and you get your like your little goodies, and sometimes people like will decorate their home, you painting the eggs and doing stuff like that. And it's like when you're doing things like that, it's like you're moving in a forward motion, like you're doing things that's keeping you in a forward thinking. You know what I'm saying? And some people have other things, like some people don't like, partake in that, but they set up other things that they do to keep them in a forward motion, like of moving forward. And I feel like that's what it is really all about. Like as far as like, starting over and stuff like that, you want to be in a forward motion rather than people who get like stuck and stagnant and certain thought forms or certain habits that no longer serve them. And it's just like, what's the point of that? You know what I'm saying? And some people are able to do this on their own, while other people are not able to. But another thing, 3, right, is start being active. Walking, moving your body. Moving your body helps you to become less stressed, and it decreases like, certain feelings or whatever. And it lets off a chemical in your mind, like that happy, I think endorphins, I think it's what it's called. So it's like, some people would be like, some people like, they do exercises for a certain like a body type, while other people just do it so that they could feel good. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because if you ain't moving your body and stuff like that, being stagnant, that could be like, stuck energy. And it's just like, what's the point of that? You gotta like move it. Like, like whenever you feel like down or something like that, the best thing to do is get up, and do something. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of times, around this time of the year, people be depressed. There's a lot of things going on in this world. People are dealing with different things. And I just feel like, moving yourself into a space where, you are actively progressing. You know what I'm saying? Like, and not hindering yourself to certain conditions, right? But being on a goal, you know, like saying yourself like, well, I don't really feel like doing that today. I'm not in a good mood. But the key thing is getting yourself out of that mood. And, you know, sometimes you got to force yourself, because it's like, you know, sometimes that, you know, depression shit, some people be depressed for like months, be like weeks, months, years. And it's like, you got to let go of that. Like I told you guys, I'm not no mental health specialist, no mental health, none of that, you know, no psychiatrist, therapist, or anything. You know, I'm just talking. But if you do feel like you are struggling with those type of things, definitely seek professional help. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing wrong with that, right? But if you are able to, like, you know, because everybody gets depressed. Some, you know what I'm saying? Some people get depressed. Some people just, you know what I'm saying? But if you could shake it off, you know what I'm saying? Start by being active, like going for a walk, getting out, getting some fresh air. Sometimes you gotta switch up the climate, but also you could just start to look around your house, and you could see, like, if you're not in a good mood, 9 out of 10 times your house is looking crazy too. Right, you could, you know what I'm saying? Like whenever I'm going through something, I look around, I'm like, yeah, you all over the place right now. Start picking up some of these clothes and folding them up. You know what I'm saying? Doing laundry, just throwing a damn. You know what I'm saying? Like you did the laundry, and instead of folding the clothes up and putting them up, you just digging through the bag and just going through it. And you know what I'm saying? Like, you got dresses and shit in the closet and everything to hang it up. But yeah, you want to choose your clothes every day from a bag of clean clothes. Like, come on. Or have the clothes everywhere. Like, yeah, you're going to do laundry. You're going to do all this stuff. But then, you know, you're really not doing it because you're stuck in a certain mental space. You feel me? Like, that you got to get over. Or, you know what I'm saying, preoccupied scrolling on TikTok. You know what I'm saying? You scrolling on TikTok and your house look crazy. Like, you know what I'm saying? The whole purpose of having pets, when you have pets, you gotta take care of them. Take them for a walk. Your pet shouldn't be shitting all through your house. You know what I'm saying? You done programmed your pet to shit everywhere. You know what I'm saying? You're like, oh, I just pee here. I just shit here. You know what I'm saying? You got some pets. You got to take care of them. You know what I'm saying? You can't have a kitty litter full of shits and turds. You know what I'm saying? Same thing, but, you know, that joint going to have the house stinking. You know, you have a pet. You take care of your pet. You gotta take care of your pet, you know. Got a dog, take your dog for a walk. Now I'm seeing people out there, they walking their cats now. That's something different. Like, I know it's some cats out there that you should just like open the door, let their cats run the streets, right? Because there's always, like, you know, that cat that got a place to stay, but the cat like to run the streets and come back pregnant. I knew someone who had a cat. They let their cat go out. The cat be gone for 2 weeks. Cat come back like, you know what I'm saying? Like they was on vacation and shit. You know what I'm saying? Always come. I'm like, damn, your cat is always pregnant. She always pregnant, running the streets. Don't even take care of her kittens. None of that. Have the kittens be in there for about 1 or 2 weeks, then she running the streets again. Like, what the kind of cat you got? Your cat be dotting and botting in these streets. Another thing, right? Number 4 is join a group that will keep you accountable and that will empower you. Surround yourself with positive people that will keep you on the path that you want to be on. right? That's how you could start it too, right? For us loners out there, right? Sometimes you gotta, motivate yourself, right? For all the grown people out there that don't got friends. Like let's keep it a buck. There's a lot of people out there that don't have friends or people that can support them. I'm noticing that there's a lot of grown people out there that don't got friends. Like all this, you see all these movies that be promoting like, yo, the girls trip, or like what movies? Movies that's like about, like that show Friends, you know what I'm saying? But some people ain't got, they don't got no friends. That's why, and it's like when that happens, it's like I just feel like, yeah, you can make friends or whatever, but if you don't have someone that to support you or anything like that, I think that's when it's so good to join a group, right? Because you're joining a group and you surrounding yourself with people who are moving in a direction that you want to move in, or who are on the same thought frequencies that you on now. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because we are on different different levels of our lives, different stages, because I still be partying, so I can't even say that, because you'll see me in a club, in a lounge any second. I'm not even gonna lie. Like, yeah, I like to have fun. You know what I'm saying? I like to go out, go to lounges, do all that. You know what I'm saying? That Grown and Sexy on that flyer, I'm in there, But certain things, I do drink. I do drink alcohol, so I'm not even gonna, you know what I'm saying? I do drink responsibly when I do have a drink, but back in the days I used to be wilding and stuff like that, so I ain't even gonna hold you, son. So I know I'm on a few people cameras, so you feel what I'm saying? Anything come out, hey, that was that particular time. That's all I gotta say is, you know what I'm saying? I'm owning up to it. But even with that, like just having a good time and enjoying yourself. And I know there's some people out there that feel like, oh yeah, when you get 40, when you be 45, 50, 60, you just, you don't do nothing. You just, that's it. And I'm just like, yo, if I want to go out, go to a lounge and go chill, like I'm in a city, so it's nothing but bars and clubs and all that stuff where I'm at. So, but even if I didn't want to party in this area, I could go to New Jersey, I could go to Philly, you know what I'm saying? But Philly is, I don't know what's going on in Philly now. Like, yo, Philly is, I don't know, that joint is starting to be like a little Chicago or whatever. But everybody used to always talk about New York, the Bronx. Like the Bronx is just horrible and stuff like that. And it's just like, I ain't even gonna hold you. Like the Bronx is definitely turned up. You know what I'm saying? The Bronx is definitely on some whole other shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? But when you born and raised in New York, it's like you used to it. So it's like, outside people may see it as like a threat, like, damn, New York, like, yo, you feel me? They don't even want to come over here, especially to the hoods. They think people out here is just robbing people, killing people, and just wilding out. But like when you living in it, it's just like you already know. Like, cause people always be like, yo, I gotta look fly everywhere I go. I gotta be on some fly. You know what I'm saying? All the flyest people, everybody know, like, you in New York, like a lot of people that's like really into fashion. And I'm just saying, from back in the days, you know what I'm saying? However people move now, I feel like a lot of fly people be from Harlem. Like they like to look fly. Like these niggas they just like to be on their fly shit. But then everybody like to be on their fly shit in New York. But me, I'm a different kind of breed. Like, yo, listen, on any day you catch me out on the street, I probably look like, you know what I'm saying, look like a bum and shit, like throwing some shit. Cause I'll be like, yo, I'm not, who am I trying to impress? You feel what I'm saying? I just be like, yo, I'm trying to do what I gotta do and not have any, not trying to have any unnoticeable attention. How can you say it? Like, I like to blend in. Like, that's it. Like, you know what I'm saying? A lot of these people come up here like, and they like fronting and shit like that. Listen, B, it's the winter time too. You know what I'm saying? Any day you see me with a sweatsuit on, you know what I'm saying? My long winter coat, you know what I'm saying? Like, I noticed that when I got 40, like my coat is like past my knees, yo. Like, we don't want that cold air, you feel me? We don't want that cold air touching the back. Like, I remember when I was like in my 20s and shit like that, and I used to wear like the bubble coats that come up to your waist, like a little by your belly button and shit like that. And I don't, you know what I'm saying? It used to be like 30 degrees in these streets. And it's like, yo, when you got places to go and things to do, you know, you don't get cold. You know what I'm saying? You know how they say what somebody said, entertainer said, oh, a hoe never get cold. You know what I'm saying? A hoe never get cold. But I'm not saying I was a hoe or nothing like that, but you know what I'm saying? I definitely had on, I definitely was wearing them whole outfits. You know what I'm saying? Even now, like, you know, I still see, you know, a lot of women that still dress the way they dressed when they was in their 20s. And at the end of the day, like, that's a personal choice. You know what I'm saying? But now, like, yo, the way the cold be out in these streets, yo, it's freezing, 30 degrees, 20 degrees. Nah, I'm gonna need that long coat. I'm gonna need that coat past my knees. Like, yo, you know what I'm saying? Definitely, I like the vegan coats, because they use like some type of plastic, or like the stuff they put in the coat. I don't know what they put in it. It's not just cotton or nothing like that, but they put like some plastic or something like that in it. I guess shredded plastic. I don't know what they do, but the coat is really warm, very warm. So it's like when I just gotta go out and do what I gotta do, I ain't putting on doing no hair, no makeup, and all that shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm just putting on my little business shit. You know what I'm saying? Like black clothes or whatever, or a sweatsuit. You know what I'm saying? And go do what I gotta do, and bring my ass back in the house. I'm not trying to impress nobody or front. I'm not going to front like, oh yeah, every day I be looking fly. Nah, some days you be like, damn, do she live in a shelter? What's going on here? And that's by choice. How, you know what I'm saying? Like, I just throw on my shit, you know what I'm saying, and go. Sure. It's like, yeah, you look like you about to stand on a line for a soup kitchen. Like, I don't give a damn. I'm gonna keep it a buck. Like, yeah, I know how to get fly. I could dress up all day, you know what I'm saying? Hair be fly, all that stuff. But it be some days I be like, yo, I'm trying to do what I gotta do and go. Be straight like that. I'm not here to impress nobody. But if I wanted to, I knew how. You know what I'm saying? I just feel like, yeah, I gotta do what I gotta do, and go about my business. You know what I'm saying? As far as, you know, first impressions are everything. Like, yeah, first impressions are everything. But I just feel like, I see these motherfuckers every day. Like, what we doing here? Like, come on, let's keep it a buck. Like, how many new faces you gonna see on your, you know what I'm saying? Like, unless I'm going like to a different state, or like, you know, different boroughs and stuff like that. But yo, listen, long as I smell good, you know what I'm saying, I'm clean, I wash my ass. Like, listen, I want to throw on the sweatsuits, you know what I'm saying, throw on my coat, my hat, go about my business, or like wear little jeans, little shirt, you know what I'm saying, sweater, whatever, throw my coat on, my hat. I'm Gucci. I'm good. You know what I'm saying? Like, think what you want to think. You know what I'm saying? Like, that, those opinions, like, people looking at, oh, well, she's broke. Look at what she got on. You know, she looks broke. I don't care. You know what I'm saying? Like, we got to move past that. Like, we got to move past what other people think. You know what I'm saying? Like, who cares what anybody think, yo? Especially, like, what you trying to do, like, you know, especially coming from certain areas where, you know, niggas like, people like the pocket watch, and like, oh, like, what she do, or how much she make. Like, I don't care about none of that. You know what I'm saying? Like, ain't nobody paying my bills or doing nothing for me. You feel what I'm saying? Ain't doing nothing. Like, I'm still a woman. I'm still feminine. I know how to, turn things on and turn things off. But that's the ability of knowing yourself and knowing thyself. Like, I don't need to be in that. I'm not in that space where I need to impress anybody. I'm past that. When I was like a teenager, in my early 20s, like, it mattered what other people thought. Like, oh, it mattered that I, looked a certain way or wore certain hairstyles or I presented myself in another way. Now, I could care less. Think what you want to think. Okay? Because your thoughts ain't got nothing to do with me. Like, you know what I'm saying? People are going to perceive you however they're going to perceive you. You know what I'm saying? And you could project yourself in any manner that you want to project yourself. Because it's like, okay, you could see what I have on. But when I articulate myself or communicate to you, I think that matters too. It really does. But I just feel like, not having, attracting certain attention to me, that matters. You know what I'm saying? With the type of work that I do and the type of things that I do in my day-to-day matter. That matters to me, not attracting certain attention, unwanted attention that I don't need. And I just feel like blending in and looking a certain way can deflect certain shit. You know what I'm saying? And that's just what it is. But, you know what I'm saying? You see me in a club popping. Yeah, okay. You know what I'm saying? Dropping it like a hot. Do they still drop it like a hot? Probably drop it like it's warm. But, or maybe cold. But, yeah, so, and, yeah, so that's where I'm at in, my life right now. But I just feel like every day, we could, make ourselves better, but also knowing yourself and understanding yourself in this present moment. You know what I'm saying? Like knowing what's good for you in this present moment, because that's what it is. Because I can't tell you about you. You know what I'm saying? Like you could tell me something, right? And I could formulate my opinion based off of the information that I've known, my experiences and stuff like that, or whatever. You feel me? But I just feel like, with starting over and stuff like that, it's like knowing yourself, knowing who you are, you know what I'm saying? Knowing who you are right now. And it comes to this fifth thing that, you know what I'm saying, that you can do when starting over is just being present in the moment. You know what I'm saying? Being present and really, connecting with who you are now and the things that, are important to you in this present moment. You feel me? Like, and letting go of bullshit. People like to hold on to things like, oh, well, you know what I'm saying? Like, you can't change your mind or some shit. You know what I'm saying? Well, I see you said in 1950. Listen, don't nobody care about that. Let go of that old stuff. Like, you gotta let it go. Like, but you said this or you said that, especially like when people, like to give promises that they're not going to keep. Like, if somebody promised or says something to you like, oh, I'm going to do this for you, and they don't do it, then that's who they are. They're not going to do it. They don't care. It's not important to them. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like, so if this person broke their promise to you, you going to go back and believe anything else that this person said? No. You know what I'm saying? I know, at least for me, like, I'd be like, yo, you played me once, so why am I going to be around you to play me again? You know what I'm saying? That's the growth right there. Like, really seeing through the BS. Like, because there's definitely like a lot of people out there that be BSing other people. And it's just like, yo, you gotta learn yourself and observe other people too. Like, you observe certain behaviors, certain things that you ain't like, that you don't like in this present moment, and that's okay. To be real with yourself about what's going on. You know what I'm saying? But some people, they're not gonna do that. And it's okay. It's a personal journey. It's a personal journey. It's your life. So, you know what I'm saying? You gotta do you, boo boo. But anyway, I want to invite all of you guys to come to my website, www.beautifulstartpodcast.com, and there you could go and listen to all the episodes from Beautiful Start Podcast that are not on YouTube. Okay? They're not on YouTube. This is just new stuff if you haven't listened to it. And then also you could book a session with me. I do offer coaching sessions that's about, self-improvement, geared towards self-improvement and stuff like that. And I also offer, the coaching sessions is 30 minutes. If you want to know about the pricing and stuff like that, go to the website, www.beautifulstartpodcast.com. And so with the coaching session, like I said, it's self-improvement, right? It's all about me assisting you with, self-improvement, helping you to get to where you wish to be, help you set up a plan, help you to reach your fullest potential. But like I said, even with all the information that is acquired from the session, you have to, apply it to your life. Like, it has to, you know what I'm saying? You have to do the work, pretty much. That's just like people who, you just have to apply it to your life, right? So it's not just, you having a session or whatever, but is you actually after the session and you actually putting in the work into your life. Like, whatever you work towards is, what you work towards. You feel me? Like, and you have to make it pop, whatever it is. Like, we are all like, my self-improvement journey may look totally different from yours, but anyway, so we have I offer vent sessions as well. I offer vent sessions, self-explanatory, straight like that, self-explanatory. But if you want to learn more about it, you could go to the website. I offer 30 minutes and 45-minute sessions for the vent sessions, and then I offer a combined session, coaching and vent sessions together. I offer that for 55 minutes. Then I do colloquy sessions where it's just like, a unique, positive chat and chill type of vibe, you know what I'm saying? Whether it could be on any subject matter, whether serious or trivial, basically a conversation, like straight up and down. Like, I haven't seen nobody else that really offers that, that type of thing where it's like, yo, like, you talking to your homie, like, type of vibe. Like, it's positive. We could talk about anything. Nothing's off limits. We could talk about anything. You know what I'm saying? You wanna talk about anything is open. It's open. So I'm not even gonna throw out some things. Like, you be like, I wanna have this conversation, like, let me hit this, you know what I'm saying? Like, whatever, it could be open. It's you know what I'm saying? A lot of people like to put stress on things that's just not even stressful. It's a conversation, you know what I'm saying? Just like if, you know what I'm saying, you was on this show with me, right? And we'll be throwing out ideas and bouncing them back, like the topic, like the particular topic that I talked about this show tonight, right? In reference to starting over and shit like that. You would put in your 2 cents about what starting over means for you, or how it in your personal life. You know what I'm saying? So it's just a combined conversation. That's it. It's nothing to be nervous about, nothing to be timid about. You know what I'm saying? I'm a regular ass woman. You know what I'm saying? Like, born and raised. In the hood. Let me stop. Anyway, so also, to Get Back to Me, Get Back to Life monthly group, that's another thing that you could come to the website and sign up for. It's a private group That's why, you know what I'm saying, you don't see me posting what's going on in a private group on this YouTube page, because that's not what it's for. It's a private group. What goes on in a private group stays in a private group. You would never see none of that stuff on the internet. Like, some people like to, whenever they doing certain things, like they doing like groups, or people are signing up for certain classes or certain things like that, you feel me? It's just like and they post it on they Instagram, or post it on like their YouTube, and it's like, if it's private, it's private. And that's what this is. It's private. It's get back to me, get back to life, because you got to get back to yourself. You got to get back to yourself. You know what I'm saying? You got to get back to yourself. Go to the website. And also, this last thing, all of you guys must sign up for this. This is absolutely free. The Meaningful Meditation is 30 minutes for this session. Absolutely free for anyone to sign up. And Meaningful Meditation will help you to train your mind and help you to get everything in order. So if you are interested in joining this group, definitely go to www.beautifulstartpodcast.com and click the Meaningful Meditation link and sign up. And this is done on Wednesdays. The live virtual meeting will be Wednesdays, 11:59 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you live in a different state than I do, you're not on Eastern Standard Time, then you definitely have to use the time zone converter so you can know what time it is where you are from. But I want to thank you guys for definitely rocking out with this live, whether you listening to it now, or you listening to it on a replay. I appreciate you guys so much. I would like to thank the new subscribers that I've gotten on this YouTube channel. I'm very appreciative and grateful for that. If this is your first time listening, or maybe you been popping in and out, definitely subscribe, like, and share so this information could get put out there. I really appreciate that. And also comment if you have any anything you want to share, like in reference to the topic. You want to share your story, whatever you want to comment below. Feel free, knock yourself out. But thank you so much. Have a great day or night, depending on, what I'm saying. I'm about to go in, and I'm gonna get some work done. So I'm gonna end this live, but I got a lot of work that I have to do.